Hi everybody, today we're going to be looking at lesson 94, rounding decimal numbers to the nearest whole number. So, just as if we were going to round the number 84, we would round that down to 80, to the nearest 10. If we were rounding 86, we would round that up to 90. We always look at the number in the place to the right of the one we're rounding to. So if I'm rounding to the tens, I would look at the number in the ones place to decide if I would round up or round down. Remember, if it's 5 or greater, 5 or more goes up, 4 or less, we round down. So let's look at how this relates to decimals. So here I'm going to draw a number line. And I'm going to put 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Okay, so we're going to put any whole number here, but it's going to be number 0.0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, and another whole number 0.0. Doesn't matter what those numbers are, any number will do. Okay, so let's look. If I have a number at 0.5 or higher, I'm going to round up to the next whole number. If I am anything below 0.5, even it's 0.49, that's a 9, then I'm going to round down to the number below it. Okay? So let's look at this one. Round 7.6 to the nearest whole number. You, of course, write the original problem. So 7.6, 6 is higher, so I'm going to round this up to the whole number 8. Now, because we can simplify, I don't need to write 8.0. I can just write the whole number 8. Okay? All right, example 2. Okay, estimate the product of 8.78 and 6.12. We are, of course, going to write our original numbers first. 8.78, 6.12. 8.78 rounds up to 9 because 78 is much closer to 100 or to a whole. 6.12 is going to round it down to 6. And now we can find the product, which means we multiply. And 6 times 9 equals 54. So my estimated product is 54. All right? Make sure you are showing all of your work at all times. Okay, here we have a parallelogram. Lorenzo estimated the area of this parallelogram to be 15 meters squared. Did he make a reasonable estimate? So, the area of a parallelogram equals the base times the height. Okay, here's our base right here. But notice, the height is not this edge because it is not vertical. The height is the vertical distance between the base and the top. So over here, we have the height. It needs to be perpendicular to the base. So area equals 6 times, we're going to round 4.8 to 5, so 6 times 5, area equals 30 meters squared. But my question asks, did Lorenzo make a reasonable estimate? So 30 meters squared is not my answer. This is a yes/no question, and the answer is no, Lorenzo did not make a reasonable estimate. Now, to make your answer more complete, you would go ahead and tell me why. Okay? Though saying no is an acceptable answer. But to make it a best answer, go ahead and tell me why it's not a reasonable estimate. Okay? All right, example 4. All right, a stop sign is an example of a regular polygon. All of the sides of the regular polygon have the same measure. Okay, this stop sign measures at 3.175 centimeters per side. So what is a reasonable estimate of the perimeter? So for this, perimeter equals length times 8, or 8L. We're going to estimate this. L equals 31.75 centimeters, which rounds to 32 centimeters. So perimeter equals 8 times 32. And 8 times 32, you will of course show your work. 8 times 32, 8 times 2 is 16, 8 times 3 is 24, plus 1 is 25. So my perimeter equals 256 centimeters. So you need to, on your paper, show me the formula, and we use 8 because this is an octagon that has 8 sides, so that's why the perimeter is 8 times the length, because all of the lengths are the same. So my length is 31.75 centimeters, which rounds up to 32 centimeters. I multiply 8 times 32, and I get 256 centimeters. Okay, all right, one more. Okay, example 5. The interior or inside dimensions of a personal storage space are shown in the diagram. What is the approximate volume of storage space in cubic meters? Cubic meters, not centimeters. So the first thing we need to do is we need to write the area of, or the formula for volume. Volume equals length times width times height. Okay? Off to the side of your paper. Actually, let's move this. This will be easier. Let's move this over here. Volume equals length times width times height. Okay? So my length equals 2.84 meters, which rounds to 3 meters. My width, right here, equals 3.04 meters, which rounds to 3 meters. My height equals 2.69 meters, which also rounds to 3 meters. So I go back to my formula and I plug in my numbers. Volume equals 3 meters times 3 meters times 3 meters. Volume equals, and I multiplied these two first, left to right, 9 meters times 3 meters. Finish it out. Volume equals 27 meters cubed. And there is my approximate volume of storage space. Okay, be careful when rounding. Make sure to ask yourself, is this 50 or 5 or greater? I round up. 4 or 49 or less, and I round down. And I will see you tomorrow.